Hi, everyone. My name is Tiffany Johnson. I am the owner of Uniquely Made Co. And this is our interview for Disability Employment Awareness Month. And we are here talking with Miss Courtney Green of It Is CG. And I'm with my lovely co host, Whitney A. Ford, Services Services by Whitney A. Ford LLC. How are you doing, ladies?
Doing well. Glad to be here. Hi,
That's
everyone.
good. That's good. Okay. So, our first question you've built a career in tech as a materials planner while also launching This Is It by CG. Can you share how these two worlds connect and what inspired you to build such a multi passionate brand?
Okay, so on the surface, you'd be thinking that materials planning and building a lifestyle brand would seem to be like two different peas in a pod. But
Mhm.
for me, they come down to the same foundation: strategy, structure, and people. I'm always working with people. I always have to have a strategy or a plan. And if I keep to the structure, it keeps me on course, it keeps me tactical and completing my goals. As material planners in the tech and manufacturing space, my role is about ensuring the right resources are in the right place at the right time. Requires precision, foresight, and problem solving. These skills I directly transfer right into entrepreneurship. Okay,
Mhm.
so in my This Is It by CG, the brand, I approach these same mindsets. How do I align the resources, the jewelry, um, the writing service, the travel planning, so that women can access the tools that they need to help them elevate their lives?
Mhm.
The inspiration from it came from just wanting to recognizing women like myself that wear multiple hats, being moms, being daughters. Because my mom, she's a little bit older. She's in her late 60s and retired. And like sometimes you're wearing both hats and taking care of your generation, yourself, the older generation, and running the business. So it's a lot that you're taking on. But so I wanted someone a brand that reflects that too, because it's you got to be confident, you got to be creative, you got to be community interactive too. Because I love to get involved in my community. Like I said, I moved here. I was telling you, um, I moved here 8 years ago, and sometimes it's not always about who you know, what you know. It's about who you know. So I
Mhm.
pour into my community and provide resources and connect. I volunteer, and that's kind of got me there. So in my 9 to 5, I use my skills in logistics and organization, and I use pour that into my brand. So
Mhm.
I do that by helping women find their shine, tell their stories at our women's empowerment events, and build legacies by offering entrepreneurship opportunities. So
That's great.
yes.
Are we ready for the next question? So you mentioned volunteering and how like have different roles, you got to balance different things and whatnot. So our second question is, since this is Disability Employment Month, Disability Employment Awareness Month, um, may I ask if disability has been a part of your personal or professional journey? Whether yes or no, how do you believe we can all contribute to creating more inclusive marketplaces and communities?
Okay. So yes, disability has been a part of my personal journey. Um, while everything on the outside may look okay, the things on the inside usually aren't as okay. I live with lupus. While it's something I manage daily, I've chosen to face it with optimism and resilience. For me, it's like managing any other condition like diabetes or um, I just have to watch myself. I have to be aware. I have to be balanced, my time and realize what I can and cannot do, my strengths. My biggest motivation to keep strong is my daughter. She keeps me grounded and hope, and lets me know that I can do it. She kind of really hypes me up and things. And when, things fall short, like washing dishes at home, she's 12 now, so she can do a lot more. And
Mhm.
I can lean on her, even though I don't want her to, always lean on her, but she's capable. And I'm teaching her how to do those things.
Yeah.
I believe the most important thing we can do to create inclusive workplaces and communities is to change the conversation from sympathy to support. This is not a pity party. I do not want pity. There's nothing that I feel like that they need to water down for me, but I need the support. Make sure I have the resources, the tools, etc. that I need. People with disabilities don't need pity. We need opportunities, understanding, and environments that allow us to thrive while honoring the unique challenges we face. This inclusion means seeing the person first, not the diagnosis, and creating systems that create ability, adaptability, and contribution. Um, So when workplaces prioritize that accessibility, empathy, and equity, they don't just empower individuals with disabilities. They empower the entire community to grow stronger. So like if something else did happen to someone else, they'll know. And people who like come in, new recruits, and they're seeing like, hey, I'd be well taken care of if anything ever did happen to me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like everything about how you put that.
I do too. There's nothing I can add to that. That was perfect. Okay. The next question. You focus on elevating women in their look, lifestyle, and leadership. What does empowerment mean to you? And how do you bring that into both your corporate role and your brand?
okay, to me, empowerment means helping women recognize that they already have the tools, the gifts, and resilience they need, and then giving them the structure, the encouragement, and opportunities to shine in that. It's not about fixing anyone. It's about elevating what's already within them. I think a lot of things we're already given the gifts that God has blessed us with. He created us. He already had a plan. It's just kind of finding that purpose, that why, that and how to really hone into that. So, and I think that takes a lot of digging too, and your inner work and stuff. In my corporate role as a materials planner, the empowerment shows up through problem solving, collaborating, and ensuring my team members have the resources they need to achieve the job. I take pride in being a voice of clarity and organization in the industry where precision matters because when people know they're supported, they perform at their best. Through my brand, this is it by CG. I extend that same approach to women in their personal lives, whether it's helping someone step into confidence through jewelry, craft their story with a resume, or build community through surviving sisterhood. I focus on elevating their look, lifestyle, and leadership. Empowerment to me is about creating spaces both professionally and personally where women feel seen, they feel equipped, and they feel unstoppable.
You put that. Um, Tiffany and I actually did an interview last month where she asked me something similar to what I'm about to ask you. I'm asking for myself a little bit here. Um, Balancing, because I've stepped into a mother figure role and adding it to what we already do. Balancing in a full-time career and supply chain with entrepreneurship isn't easy. What practices have helped you stay grounded and successful in both?
So, definitely keeping God at the center because that's my that's my strong tower right there. I have to keep
Yeah,
my faith, real strong. I have to make time. One thing, for sure, is going to church on Sundays, going to Wednesday night Bible study. Even though that kind of comes, takes away more time, it's poured more into me in the same
yeah,
time. Kind of having that peace of mind and I don't know. Um, my daughter keeps me balanced because she's a fun person to be around, and I have to keep that. Remember that she's growing, she's getting older, and so I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna get this time back with her. So when it's time to stop work, when it's time to stop
yep,
working the business or anything, I'm present. Like next week, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come in early and leave early so I can be at her parent teacher conference, so I can still be into that. But yes, I practically lean on discipline, time management, and giving myself permission to rest. I treat my business just like I do my work as a materials planner with structure, planning, and intentionality. That way I can honor my career, my brand, and my family without losing myself in the process. For me, success is not just about achieving goals, but making sure I have peace and purpose in all areas.
I like what you said about making sure you go to church on Sundays and get into Bible study. Because I've found that just that, because you can get really engulfed
Mhm.
and having that moment to be like, okay, it's okay. I can rest or, getting that time to pour back into yourself because you can't give it in any of these arenas without having some time for something to be poured back into yourself. So I love that.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Fashion and style can deeply impact confidence. How do you see personal presentation influencing opportunities and representation in professional spaces, particularly for women and underrepresented groups?
Okay, so fashion and style are often the first language we speak before we even open our mouths. Personal
Mhm.
presentation has the power to boost confidence, but it also communicates competence, creativity, and leadership. Like, for example, when I come to work, I wear my slacks, I wear my nice tops, I try to iron. Um, and I wish I was one of those makeup girlies because I wear makeup. I wear my makeup every day, at least some base. I might not do the lashes and everything. I put some base and some lippies on, but like I said, I'd be here at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so that ain't even always feasible. So we ain't always tea every single day, but my dress is going to be showing up. I'm gonna have some earrings on. I'm gonna be clean and I'm gonna be very well presented because that's what these people are looking at. As soon as they see you, how are you putting yourself together? Excuse me. So for women and underrepresented groups in particular, how we present ourselves can be a tool of empowerment and a statement of representation. when
Bless you.
I thank you. And when I walk into a professional space, whether it's supply chain or entrepreneurship, I see myself as a presentation of an extension of my voice. It says I belong here. I'm bringing myself full all the way. That's why through my brand, This Is It by CG Bling Boutique, I emphasize jewelry and style not as vanity, but the visibility. It's about creating space for women to feel unapologetically confident. Because when we look good, we feel good. And when we feel good, we lead boldly. So
That is true. Very true.
What advice would you give to aspiring professionals and entrepreneurs, especially those navigating barriers, whether personal, social, or professional, who want to make their mark in the world?
hmm, I would say don't let barriers become your identity. Don't let the problems overwhelm you. Don't let that be the end all of everything. Challenges are real. There's going to
Mhm.
be a challenge every day. So whether it's balancing family time, managing health, breaking into male-dominated industries, navigating the lack of representation, these are also opportunities to innovate, to problem solve, and to prove that your persistence is stronger than opposition. We are winners, so you just kind of got to change that mindset. So for aspiring professionals and entrepreneurs, I say build a solid foundation in these three areas: faith, discipline, and community. One thing I do, I'm gonna come into work with my gospel in my ear, my mindset already on, my head, my ear gate, my head gate. It's in a clear space, and so I have a routine. I make a to do list, and like I kind of knock these things out based off my to do list, and I prioritize and I change things around as I need. And community, I know the people that I can go to. I know their strong points. I know what my weak points are, and so if I need to lean on my community, I go as two. So faith gives you hope, discipline gives you structure, and community gives you support. Together, those three things will help you keep moving with the obstacles feel too heavy. Because we can let the pressure keep building up, or we can, break that pressure down. Because, we can break it down and we can chop it up and achieve our goals. So finally, remember that success isn't about doing everything at once. It's about taking one step at a time, showing up consistently, and giving yourself permission to grow. The world doesn't just need more professionals, it needs more authentic leaders. So, and that's the mark you leave when you show up as your full self despite the barriers.
I really like that last part. I really do.
Thank you.
Showing up as your authentic self is what make like leaders. And honestly, in this world, everybody wants to be and act like someone else. So
Yeah, we
everyone
can't just be
can,
cookie cutters. We have to like really like show who our personality is, our genuineness in everything that we do.
yeah. Well, that was all of the main questions. Do you have anything coming up, any events, anything you just want to talk about?
So, Surviving Sisterhood, the women's empowerment group that I co-found and lead with Jeanette Robertson, we'll be having a domestic violence awareness sip and paint on October 18th at from 2 to 6 p.m. at Broken Brush Studio at 107 South Marion Street, downtown Athens. This will be our last event in Athens, so people in this area can be able to come and support with us. We'll be having ticket sales today only. This is the last day for ticket sales. They are $50. With this ticket, you'll get your canvas to paint and all the materials. You'll have lunch for brunch, dinner provided, and we'll also have an opportunity to shop with different vendors. So there'll be swag bags, different things, and we'll also be recognizing our speakers and our um, sponsors. Our sponsors are Dream Key Realty, and we're so thankful for them. And we are thankful for Crumbly Law Firm, Crumbly Price and Law Firm. So they sponsored us for this event, and we thank them so much. That's all of our upcoming events for Surviving Sisterhood. With the This is it by CG brand overall. Just follow us on social media. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Courtney Green. This is it by CG Writing Services. This is it by CG Bling Boutique, and this is it by CG Luxury Travel Services. I will have some more systems automated, so you guys will be seeing me way more on the social media platforms and being able to connect, streamlining things and getting it to where it's takeoff time. We're elevating.
That's great. And I will definitely put all of that in the video, in the description and all of that. So yeah. Is there
Are there
anything
any questions from you guys? Anything else you'd like to ask me?
um
I think we should get into, the bundle. I would hear what she might want to talk about concerning that,
okay.
being that she's in a little into the field as well.
So because it is National Disability Employment is, is that how you put it? National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Um
Yeah.
we have a bundle for Dim with Tiff and Wit where we are offering 20% off all of our career and job readiness material. I, of course, have an employment guide that has everything from interview prep to even helping you find out what it is that you really want to do. Um, and Whitney, she does services with resume and with resumes and helping you get to where you need to be with. I'm losing my train of thought. Uh, So, um, with your actual employment journey. So,
Mm-hmm.
for people with disabilities, this month is 25% off the entire month. And the links for that will be below. And I think that's it. Well, you all, that was the end of the interview for National Disability Employment Awareness Month. We want to thank Courtney Green for taking time with us and telling us about herself and her mission and purpose. We thoroughly enjoyed it. And you can follow her on all her social media below. as well as myself and Whitney A. Also, look out for what we have coming next.